a journey through the heart of the Alps over the top 10 pass roads of Switzerland. From serpent roads to inspiring mountain vistas, we're counting down the most scenic and thrilling alpine routes the country has to offer. Whether you're planning your next road trip, dreaming of riding through the Alps, or simply loving epic landscapes, you're in the right place. Buckle up for your next Switzerland road trip. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's get started with number 10, and that would be the Gotthard Pass. Let's start with the very famous pass route of Switzerland before we're getting into the less known ones. The Gotthard Pass, in Italian Passo del San Gottardo, connects the central and Italian-speaking parts of Switzerland, the cantons of Uri and Ticino. The Gotthard Pass is that road that might upset many travelers as the way to the tunnel is often jammed, actually really jammed. But from late spring, early summer, the pass road above the Gotthard is opening up, offering you a longer but likely much faster way. The road is very scenic. It starts from Amsteg. You either can head up the old road to Göschenen or take the highway, which is faster in the case if there is no traffic jam. The actual pass road then really starts up from Göschenen. From there you ascend the Serpent Road, crossing the Devil's Bridge, a first stopping point at where you can see one of the most legendary bridges of Switzerland, of which the locals say was built by the devil. Just next to it are the Suvorov Monument from the battles between Napoleon III and the Russian army, as well as a publicly accessible military facility tunnel. The road ascends further to Andermatt, and then at Hoschenthal you need to turn left to head to the Gotthard Hospice. Once you reach this bifurcation, I recommend you to turn right and take the old placid road called Tremola. Arrived at the hospice, you may take a quick break, have a few snacks, buy souvenirs and go to see the lake. There's another military facility here that you can enter, you may even see the largest crystal of Switzerland. Very highlight awaits you when you continue the old pass road down to Airolo. The Tremola is much admired for its serpent way, so make sure to stop for a couple of times to take some photos. You won't even need the drone for that to have great footage. If you want to know more details about this pass road, I made a separate video about it. Number 9 is just nearby, and that would be the Nufenen. Since you're now at Airolo, there is another pass road starting there, taking you over to the canton of Valais, to the valley of Goms. This pass road is already quite less famous in Switzerland, but it's not any less worth of driving. Let's start at the beautiful village of Ulrichen in the German-speaking part of Valais, ascending the mountain to 2,478 meters. By the way, the highest pass road on this top 10 list. You might think that you always need perfect weather, but sometimes sunny weather does not create long-lasting memories. I went there with Ita and Hanafi in 2023. It was rainy all day, but the ascending mist created a very unique and mystical atmosphere. We were not that hopeful until we crossed this thick layer of clouds and suddenly enjoyed a breathtaking vista. For Hanafi, it was his first cloud inversion, so it was something really special. However, even without cloud inversion, this pass road is very scenic. I came here with Razi on a late sunny summer afternoon. We took a quick break up there and then we saw many of these ibexes. The road down to Airolo is long but not so steep, making it quite easy to drive. Depending on the time you're arriving, you might be interrupted by cow herds heading back to their stables. Welcome to the real alpine Switzerland. As just mentioned before, this pass road is great to be combined with the Gotthard Pass to head back to central Switzerland or vice versa. Important information, this pass road is usually the last one opening up in Switzerland. From June to August, you certainly will be able to take this road. Depending on the conditions, it might already open up in mid-May, and then in the autumn months of September and October, it might sometimes close once in a while due to snowfall, but then the road is definitely going to close for the rest of the year, mid-October to early November. Let's head to the canton of Graubünden. Number 8 is the Julierpass. The Julierpass is one of the few pass roads that remain open for all year, even during winter. This allows you to enjoy the unique experience of a snowy pass road, which certainly looks much different from summer. Connecting the Engadin region to the rest of Switzerland, this pass road is vital to the regions in far eastern Switzerland, as they otherwise would be cut off during the winter months. The Julierpass is one of the longest pass roads in Switzerland. Starting at Silvaplana on 1,800 meters, the road ascends quickly, and after a couple of minutes, you already reach the hospice on 2,284 meters. Driving down to Tiefenkastel and Thusis will take a lot more time. There are a few serpent parts that you will be driving on before you reach Bivio, the first village after the hospice. Further down is the barrage of Marmorera, a very nice spot to go for a quick break. Personally, I prefer taking this road from Tiefenkastel to Silvaplana, as the arrival in the Engadin through this pass road is really wonderful. An interesting fact about this road: Switzerland is spending millions of Swiss francs to keep this road open for all year. Without this link, the Engadin region would be cut off from the rest of Switzerland. The only alternatives would be the Farina tunnel or taking long detours through Austria or Italy to return to the other parts of Switzerland. During summer and autumn, you may also take the Albula Pass road. More about that one in the later part of this video. Number 7 is also a very popular pass road, and that would be the Grimsel. Located in Valais and the Bernese Oberland, this is one of the most popular pass roads of Switzerland. The Grimsel Pass takes you from Gletsch to the Haslital. The road on the Bernese side is much longer. You first will pass Guthannen and then approach two major dams. What makes this road to such a big attraction? There are various reasons. One of them is the very popular Gilmbahn that is accessible through this road. The other important one is that this pass can be easily combined with others such as the Susten Pass, Nufenen Pass and Furka Pass. The road down to Gletsch is short but a really beautiful serpent. Does not matter too much if you're now ascending or descending this road. The entire pass road is beautiful in either of the directions of travel. The Grimsel Pass remains closed during winter, usually opens around late May, early June, and closure will be then in October or early November. Number 6 is again located in the canton of Graubünden, by the way one of my favorite pass roads, and that would be the Albula. No doubt one of my very favorite pass roads, especially very underrated during the golden autumn season. The Albula Pass connects the Engadin to the rest of Switzerland. However, unlike the Julierpass, this road remains closed during the winter months, actually for a pretty cool reason. We'll be getting there soon. The Albula Pass road starts in Tiefenkastel and ascends to 2,315 meters, then to head down to La Punt, Jamusch. When you're arriving on this road, make sure to stop at various points as there's really a lot to see. First of all, just before you reach Bergün, there's a nice viewpoint. In October, November, you might even have a chance to get some winter wonderland vibes in there. The road continues to Bergün-Bravon, which is considered to be one of the most beautiful Swiss villages. Exploring this nice place is certainly worth it. Now, the following part gets really fun. We'll be passing beneath a couple of UNESCO World Heritage train bridges. If you're lucky, that might even happen when the Retian railway train is passing by the time you are on the road. I personally find this part to be the most beautiful during October with the many golden larches. After Breda, there's another important photo spot to have a break at. The Lake of Balbonia is one of Switzerland's most beautiful alpine lakes during autumn. In here you have plenty of golden larches that are perfectly reflected in the lake's water. At times it might snow up there, or the lake is even frozen. During summer everything would be green instead, something I yet have to experience. The upper part might be snowy during autumn. It will look very magical during that time. When heading down to the upper Engadine, the road will follow a serpent path through pockets of large forests. Again, a good time to have a quick photo break. I personally prefer taking this road from Tiefenkastel to the Engadine, but even if you travel in the other direction, it's nice as well. During winter, the pass road remains closed as already mentioned. For these months, the part from Breda to Bergün is converted into a toboggan run. You'll be sledding in the middle of Switzerland's heritage railway line, passing underneath arcs while the train crosses over above you. By the way, if you want to know where all these beautiful spots are located at, I made this demographic map. You can see all the places where I filmed that for my YouTube videos, Instagram Reels. You only need to purchase it once and you can find the link in the descriptions. And now let's continue with number 5. We're already moving to the upper half of this top 10 list of the most beautiful pass roads of Switzerland. Let's continue with the Bernina Pass. I know in a couple of my top 10 videos, the Bernese Oberland or the canton of Valais have been prominently featured. Well, in this video happens to be the canton of Graubünden. The Bernina Pass is another road that remains open during all year, as it's the only way for the people of the Val Boschiavo to access the rest of Switzerland. The road starts in Pontresina and takes you up to 2,330 meters. We'll be driving parallel to the Rhétien railway line, again once in a while having interesting parts to stop at. A hotspot is this one here at where you can see the Morteratsch glacier, just a few minutes after Pontresina. Further up, after crossing the large forest, you will reach the station of Diavolezza, an attraction you may want to consider to visit. There's a gondola up to 3,000 meters, from where you will have a great view over the glaciers. By the way, also a cool place for skiing, even during autumn. It's not much of a long way to the hospice. You will pass by the Lago Bianco and then head down to the Val Boschiavo valley that in my opinion is very much underrated. After roughly 10 minutes drive, you'll arrive at a settlement called La Reusa, a nice place for a quick stop. During autumn, you may want to go for a walk among the golden larches. Very likely you will be alone in here. Further down is Fazu, where you may park your car to head up to the Lago di Sao Seo. By the way, this road here is only for public transport. Violators will be fined. It takes about 90 minutes to reach the lake, but that's absolutely worth it. You'll see the bluest of all bluest lakes of Switzerland. Once you reach the end of the pass road, you'll be at Boschiavo, one of the most beautiful Swiss villages. This is, by the way, the Italian-speaking part of the canton of Graubünden. There's a lot more to see in here. I made a separate video about this valley. Just very brief, you may also take the Bernina Express that connects the Engadine and the Val Boschiavo. It ends in Italy's Pirano. The railway will pass this beautiful viaduct at Brusio, which is part of the Swiss UNESCO World Heritage. Number 4 is also located in the canton of Graubünden, and that would be the Splügen Pass. This is certainly one of the most thrilling and curvy pass roads you can take in the Alps. On this list, the Splügen Pass is the only one that is not entirely in Switzerland. The road connects the beautiful village of Splügen to Chiavenna in Italy. We'll be passing by this forest and then ascending further up the serpent road to head towards the boundary. The road is very scenic. You'll see pristine landscapes with creeks, lonely trees and lush green slopes. Having arrived at the hospice, there's this immigration checkpoint. Back in the days before Schengen, you'd see many Swiss police officers and Italian carabinieri. But nowadays, you'll only see cars and tourists. The road on the Swiss side is already very beautiful. It even gets better on the Italian side. The ascent from Splügen is quite short, but the way down to Chiavenna will take quite a bit of your time. You'll pass curvy roads, Alps, villages, dams, and then eventually you'll arrive at Pianazzo, a village at where a stop is imperative. Follow this short path to access the viewpoint from where you can oversee the valley, the waterfall, and that's the highlight of the pass road on the Italian side. The following part will be very curvy, at times narrow, passing short tunnels, very exciting. Roughly a 1-hour drive from Splügen down to Chiavenna. Very beautiful overall, and who knows, maybe you want to explore more of the region at Lake Como or if you're traveling to Graubünden, maybe you want to go to see the village of Splügen itself, or continuing to Ticino via San Bernardino. And now we're already entering the podium of the top 10 most beautiful pass roads of Switzerland. Number 3 would be the Susten. One of the most difficult pass roads on this list, but a true alpine wonderland. In Wassen, the road starts, the first part is very easy, but after the ascent, it's quite steep and curvy. We'll be passing one of the most beautiful alpine landscapes. The valley is steep and wide, the mountains high, and you can still see some glaciers that might last for the next 10 to 20 years. There's this side valley that you may consider going for a hike, a very hidden gem people take note of but seem to ignore as crossing the pass is everyone's attention. The road continues further until this tunnel, after which you then arrive at the hospice. Now you will leave the canton of Uri and enter the Bernese Oberland. The road there is much easier, less steep, but notably longer. The uppermost part is the most enjoyable. You'll see some glaciers, even one waterfall, and you will pass by multiple tunnels. Easy and yet super enjoyable. Further down the road, you'll see this restaurant where you can taste the best Bernese Rösti coming along in multiple variants. The pass road ends at Innerkirchen. You have multiple options of how to continue. Either you do a round trip by crossing the Grimsel and then the Furka, or you head towards Brienz Interlaken. Then you may want to check out the Jahreschlucht, the probably most visited gorge of Switzerland. Number 2 is a very famous pass road, and that would be the Furka. A historically very important pass road, today a major tourist attraction of the Swiss Alps. The Furka Pass has been attracting large numbers of tourists due to the challenging road, the beauty of the landscape, the attractions, and the fact that this was a filming location for James Bond Goldfinger. The road starts in Gletsch Oberwald and takes you to Realp in the canton of Uri. I prefer starting in Realp. The experience is better from that side, the ascent higher and higher. There are bits that are narrow, and you'll see this road is at times a bit dangerous, which is why I consider this one being difficult for first-timers and people with big cars or recreational vehicles. Consider going for a few stops. The landscape is really beautiful at every point. My favorite locations are the one about 5 minutes after Realp. You can see the valley and at times also encounter cows that reside up here during the summer season. Then further up, there's this small bridge where you can see the waterfall, really a nice spot. My friends Razi Hanafinita, they very much liked going for a break in here. It's not much further up to the hospice, but similar to other pass roads, the best place to make a stop is at the Belvedere, the iconic hotel featured in James Bond Goldfinger. Back then, the hotel was very popular. You could see the Rhone glacier reaching far down to the valley. Due to the global warming, this glacier has much retreated, and in the recent years, the loss of the ice mass has become even worse. A quick visit to the ice cave is something that I highly recommend. It costs you 9 Swiss francs. You need to march quite a bit down to reach the glacier. I remember only 25 years ago, the way was only 50 meters long. The ice cave is absolutely breathtaking. Everything around you is cool, blue, and you feel like being in a different world. The ice cave is being protected by UV blankets that significantly reduce the melting of the ice, but this doesn't stop the glacier from retreating further. Only in 2022 and 2023, Switzerland lost 10% of its glacier mass. The same amount was lost between the years 1960 and 1990. A number for you to think about. The road down to Gletsch is much easier. You may ask yourself if you want to continue your journey by taking the Grimsel Pass, followed by the Susten Pass, or do the other round trip with the Nufenen Pass and Gotthard Pass to return to Andermatt. And now I'm going to present you my favorite and the most beautiful pass road of Switzerland. Number 1 is the amazing Klausen Pass. This is no doubt the most beautiful pass road you can take in Switzerland. Connecting the cantons of Glarus and Uri, you'll be seeing a lot on your way, maybe even too much, so you better shortlist your stops. You'll be passing many wonderful waterfalls, a nice alpine village, and get to enjoy amazing vistas. If you start in Altdorf, you'll pass by this wonderful old town. You'll see the statue of our national hero William Tell in the center. Then you hasten to Bürglen, his hometown, which is also worth for a quick stop. On your further drive, you'll see the beautiful lush green hills. The pass road is absolutely breathtaking already at its lower part. The next place is Unterschechen, the home to one of Switzerland's most beautiful waterfalls, the Stoiber. You'd have to park your car either here or down in the village. From Heltekreer, it's about a 40 minutes hike. By the way, driving up to the waterfall is strictly forbidden. Kindly respect this rule to avoid heavy fines. The waterfall is really worth a quick visit. It's one of the subjects that probably best represents the ideal dream of a Switzerland vacation. There's, by the way, one more hidden gem around this pass road that I'm presenting you in another video. That video I'm going to suggest you at the end of this one. The upper part of the pass road is curvy, at times narrow, raw and rough, but absolutely magical. Consider a quick stop at this bench to once more look down to the Staubifall before you are ascending further up to the hospice. Having arrived at the top, you may take a quick break. I do have to be honest, it's not really the highlight of this pass road. It gets again very beautiful as you're heading down to the Lindt Valley in Glarus. The upper part is also curvy, totally magical, surely great to have multiple stops. At times it might be also foggy, which really renders the entire landscape mystical. This, in my opinion, is the most beautiful part on this side of the pass road, so make sure to not rush through it. Further down, you'll reach Wonnerboden, the largest Alp of Switzerland. You might think you're already in the canton of Glarus, but actually, this one here, it still belongs to Uri. It's a small village, worth a quick exploration. The part at the creek is pretty nice. A visit to the cheese factory shop is also something that you may consider. As you consider driving the road further down, you'll pass by the Bergli-Stüber, a waterfall that you can even pass from behind. Arrived in the Lindt Valley, maybe don't head straight to Glarus. Instead, consider going for a visit to the Schreinbach Falls. They only get water during late June and July. Thus, an absolute secret favorite. So many great pass roads here in Switzerland. Now if you want to watch more videos like this, then I'm going to see you over there. Otherwise, if you're more interested in something else, then let's meet in this video.